Hello, my name is Jack James Busa. Joining us today is Romanian-born musician Vlad Holiday, who is based out of Nashville, Tennessee, by way of New York City. Vlad just put out his first single off his debut album. The single is called Downtown Baby. He's currently on tour with the Brummies, where we will be catching up with him. Please welcome to CYNOSURE's Zoom interview series, Vlad Holiday. Hi, you look so cute. I miss you. Some technical issues. We here at CYNOSURE spare no expense when it comes to setting up our interviewees properly. We send them a whole thing of equipment. You know, it's big business over here. I'm applying this face. I don't really know what it is. They're not sponsoring this, but some very fancy brand. And it's for your whole face. And I just use it on my lips. It's actually not even mine. It's my boyfriend's, and I stole it from him. And he doesn't know that I have it until this interview comes out. He's going to be all mad at me. Okay. Here we go. Hi.
Is this
That's
better?
much better. Hi, Vlad. How are you?
Good. What's up, Jackie?
Nothing but the ceiling, baby.
I love your haircut.
Oh, thanks. I'm everyone's favorite downtown lesbian now.
I love it.
That's gonna be your next song is Downtown Lesbian. The B-side. Where are you right now? You're on tour. Is tonight the first night of tour?
First night of tour. I'm in Austin, Texas. So it's very
baby.
fit.
I thought that'd be fitting. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Austin, Texas, and we've had some good times there when Vlad and I were on tour ourselves. Are you on the bus right now? This looks very fancy.
Yeah, this is the bus. No, we're at a friend's house where we just showered, but
Cool.
we are in an RV, which is I'm not really used to touring not in a van. It's pretty nice.
That's pretty fab. How long is the tour?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty long. That's exciting, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So I want to talk all things Vlad Holiday. First of all, I'm just waiting for you to put out a song that I don't like every single time. It's really, really great. The first single's called Downtown Baby. Can you tell me a little bit about the song?
Yeah, it's a song about buying mushrooms from my drug dealer. Yeah.
Yeah, it started writes itself.
It's about her. She's pretty wild.
She sounds hot.
Yeah, she lives on Orchard Street, and where I used to live, and yeah. It's and actually, okay, yeah, I got that contact through you and through Bailey.
Oh, I know her too, and she is hot.
Yeah.
She's great. Does she know that this song is? Did you send it to her?
Not yet, but I definitely will.
Because it's pretty good, man. And it's interesting because the song you put up before, which is 2 Steps Back, which is not on the full length, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
The song you put up before, you wrote this really, really nice thing on Instagram, and you're talking about anxiety and some depression you've been facing, and I thought it was interesting that you'd follow up this sort of somber Leonard Cohen-esque song with something, I guess, more up-tempo as like Vlad Holiday gets.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I wanna hear about, was there some sort of mental shift that occurred that inspired you to want to speak about your struggles with depression, and then this like 180 turn with the follow-up with the debut single?
For me, it's not so much a 180 turn. Actually, I'm really glad that I put 2 Steps Back out, because I'm realizing that all of my new album is about that struggle with depression, and figuring out how to live with it, or just, there's a bunch of songs that are kind of written in those moments where it's like nothing, there's a lot of hopelessness in them, including 2 Steps Back. But there's also a couple songs that are more like escapism, trying to deal with that in other ways and not just be sad. One of which is psychedelics, and
Yeah.
it helped me a lot, and it is still helping me. And so, but I wanted to do something where it was a little more up tempo, and the album is definitely going to have everything slow and dark, up to like, you know, everything in between. But I also, for real, like, I kind of missed putting out songs that are a little more, people could move and dance to. Because
Yeah, it's
I
very
feel,
sexy for sure.
thank you, but I think like for the live show too, I was missing some of that energy with some of these songs. Like I'm very proud of the stuff that I've done, but sometimes at a live show I'm like, God, this is depressing.
After singing Not Like the Movies like 30 times in a row, you're like,
Yeah, yeah. And so it's I wanted to have some more upbeat stuff on there too, but it is very much correlated to me just learning how to live with depression, which is something that I'm 30, I'm almost 34, May 24th. I better get a
That's right. I'm sending you a card, baby.
send me a card. Um and it's yeah, it's never really hit me as hard before in my life, and it's been like a challenge to learn how to cope and all that, and I'm definitely still in the middle of that. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's kind of where the
Yeah.
album is heading.
And I think with like, we've talked about it before privately. Like I have my own depressive things too. And I don't know if it's ever something you get over, but perhaps the older you get or the more experiences you have with it, you become better at managing it or identifying what exactly is going on and not doing the whole like woe is me existential crisis
Yeah,
spiral.
that's
And
the goal.
perhaps that is like, yeah, of course. And then some days are easier than others.
Well,
And
but
then
that's the thing. Yeah, when, like you said, though, once you figure that out and you can tell yourself I'm having a bad mental day,
mhm,
that's kind of the goal.
yeah,
Because it's not, I don't think there's like really a cure for it, but it's good to, when you can acknowledge it and move past it, and it doesn't last a week in bed,
yeah.
then that's a good thing.
Yeah,
So
when it's not, you're no longer it's bitch when it's your bitch, but the bitch is there, man.
that's it.
And
Yeah.
I like that you talk about it on the album and also the like fluctuating ways in which it happens or you deal with it, be it like you're having a good night out with your friends, taking some
Hmm.
psychedelics, or it's owning you and you just have to sit with it for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that is, I was going to ask you what the themes of the album are, but it sounds a lot like that. Sonically, what can we expect?
Um.
Without
So
giving too much away.
no, yeah. I think more of what people have heard.
Good.
But yeah, I like, that was the goal with my project, is to kind of create a sonic world and live in it.
Yes, you do
Um,
that so well. Like
thank
I
you.
was really hoping you were gonna say it's gonna sound like a Vlad Holiday
Yeah,
album because you
yeah,
build that world. So, I know you personally, but if I didn't know you, you want to buy into the fantasy, which is interesting. You said about depression creating escapism, and I think that's
yeah,
a lot of our artists are doing. Speaking
yeah,
of it being an LP, this is your first LP before you've done lots of singles and you did one or two
yeah,
EPs.
yeah.
What led you to the decision to make a full album?
Oh man, I don't know. It's scary, to be honest. Sometimes I
I
wake up.
fucking know. I had like PTSD after mine came out, or what postpartum? I had postpartum after mine came out.
No, I know. It's well, really, it's a goal I set for myself, to be able to put more music out because I'm not the most prolific writer, and I take a long time to do things. And sometimes I get too in my head about it, and then like sometimes songs will take me a year plus to finish. And sometimes they don't. Two Steps Back was written and recorded in one day.
Yeah, I remember.
Obviously, like it's stripped down and all that, but even production wise, like I can get stuff pretty far. But then what happens is I need to take a step back
or two.
and re-listen with fresh ears, because I start to lose sight of what it actually is because I'm too close to it. So the only way to do that for me really is time. And so because of that, I've been putting out songs quite slowly. And my fans know that, and I remember that somebody posted this meme once on Twitter that made me laugh so hard, and I keep thinking back to it, but it was like, remember there was like a GIF of like a guy, and then he's like slowly like fades out and he's not there anymore.
Oh yeah.
And it's like every
I can
time
tell what it is.
Every time Vlad Holiday drops a single,
he's like, bye.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Oh my God. Well,
But
that being
true.
said, when is it expected to come out?
Man, I don't know.
Soon.
I'm still working on it for sure, and I'm still even writing new songs for it, which I didn't think that I would, but it's kind of nice that I'm allowing myself to do that.
Yeah. And you can, take some time, like whatever.
Yeah, but I'm trying for this summer, if not the fall. Yeah, I have some. I have some projects that are coming out that aren't with my artist project that I'm really excited about, that I can't really talk, I guess, about in an interview, but you know what it is. But
it's very exciting.
That was another reason why I wanted to, when there's more touring and stuff, I really always wanted to do a vinyl record, and stuff like that. And people have been asking for that, but it's like it's kind of hard to do that when you just put out singles and but so there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to do an album, but it's scary. It's scarier than an EP. Definitely. because it's also like there's a story that needs to be told in a way where nobody's used to hearing albums anymore. So it's like, although it is a bit of an antiquated thing at the moment, I think it's really going to start to come back soon because people are kind of just itching for a more in-depth, long-form kind of thing, rather than let's just keep putting out 2-minute songs on Spotify until one of them pops off, and then that'll make us a lot of money and whatever.
Because I agree, because also it is a singles game, or that's what the word on the fucking whatever is. Like, it's about singles, which I understand that. But also, I'm Vlad Holiday's #1 fan. I'm not some random person that's listening to a single on a Spotify playlist. I want more of the story of this artist. I want I want the first book. I want the whole book, not a little great essay or something. I want to know more. But of course, that is scary because then, you got to give it to him. And it's more responsibility than like, single, cool, easy. You like it, great. It's a lot more telling, especially with the music that you make, escapism or very personal. So I can understand that, but I'm thrilled you're doing it. Do you have a title for it?
No, working title, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay. I'm not sure yet.
That's
but yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm also a lot of personal stuff. There's one song that I'm really proud of that's been very therapeutic for me. I kind of like, every time I put it on, I burst into tears, and it's I don't know, you know this about me, I think, but I am an emotional person, but I don't allow myself to cry often
Oh,
because
definitely.
whatever. Yeah, and it kind of sucks. It's limiting, you know. I
Mm,
People that can do that all the time, I think, are healthier,
yeah.
have healthier emotions. But anyway, yeah. So that song I wrote one about my relationship with my dad, which I even like rarely talk about to my friends,
Yeah.
uh it's been really therapeutic for me, and I have a feeling like, I mean, people got daddy issues. They're
Yeah,
gonna, I
people,
think people, yeah,
honey, what
yeah.
industry do you think we're in? Of
I
course.
think, yeah, I
Are
think
you, how do you
it'll
feel
be,
about your dad listening to it?
um I, I try not to think about it, but
Okay.
it's a fun, it's a,
Sorry.
no, it's a, yeah, it's a very sincere and honest, and it's one of my favorite lyrics that I've written, actually, but maybe because it's so personal.
Yeah.
But also, I think people will be able to relate with it a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so I'm
perhaps you
excited to
like
do
it
that.
so much because what you're saying before about, you are she was born with a little extra sensitivities, but you don't,
Yeah,
you sort of garter it, you guard it closely, and perhaps you love it so much because it's allowing a little crack of light into a
yeah.
door, and perhaps that's why. But
It is and it's a door that I often keep closed. So
oh yeah.
it's like a release for me, and yeah, my that's kind of the emotion that I want to convey with my fans anyway. Is like that kind of, I don't know, just not airing out your laundry, but like
Yeah,
just feeling seen, and when I listen to the song, I feel seen, like somebody
exactly.
is finally telling me it's okay.
And the
uh
favorite music we all like is the music that makes us feel seen. And I
yeah,
think that's a very generous way of going about it, and I think it will do well with all of that intention and the
yeah,
heart behind it. And I'm very excited to hear it, man. That sounds
yeah. No,
great.
I'm excited to be putting it out, and yeah, it's like the most satisfying and fulfilling moments of my career so far have been those moments where I see people connect with the songs live when I play
Yeah.
live. I think I told you about this, but I randomly found, some fans in Istanbul in Turkey. I mean, actually around all around Turkey, and I was invited to play a show there, and yeah, it was incredible. Everybody knew all the words, and then for the encore, I came out, and people were shouting out songs, and I did a song that I don't ever do. I like
Wow.
forget about it. And this guy who was requested it was like in tears the whole time, and it was just like a really beautiful thing, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that's what
so
you always want is what you got from your, heroes or influences, and it's like
for sure.
giving back. It's really, it's nice, and that's a really nice perspective to have on it. And I think hold on to that because you'll be rewarded by karma with that, and
Yeah,
it'll
no,
do well.
that's the goal. And again, getting older, certain goals that we have when we're artists, like younger artists,
Oh yeah.
they fizzle out, and you're like, wow, I'm an idiot for like wanting that.
Hmm.
um I don't know.
Well,
I
it's what you wanted at the time, but as you get older and you figure yourself out more and you go, okay, actually, I don't like that, but I like this thing over here. Am I willing to depart with this because that's so a part of my identity? And then sort of getting rid of the mishigas is a big like freedom moment. And we talk
Absolutely,
about depression, like that certainly helps, like owning what you're about. It's
absolutely, yeah.
speaking of influences and blah blah blah. Cynosure has a pretty great question. Let me find it. Okay, so this is a roundabout way of asking, like, who do you like? Um, you're headlining the post-dated inaugural Cynosure Music Festival. You're the headliner, okay? Where in the world is it, and who are you adding on the bill?
Oh,
Dead or alive, it probably is better a whole festival of ghosts.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a whole festival of ghosts. That would be pretty spooky. Man, I'm always so bad at that stuff, and I have so many influences
Yeah,
that I've been in my life that have their moments in my life, and then
they're not like
maybe
your
are
defining people.
yeah, and then maybe they come back in different ways, and I don't know. Where would it be?
Yeah, where would it be?
New York. I don't know. On a
I
rooftop.
mean, it's got to be there.
Yeah. Um, and I don't know. I'm really hard at.
Just take the
I have
whole
a hard
show.
time. I'll just take the whole show. It's just me.
Take the show. Fuck them. You don't need anybody else there.
Period.
CYNOSURE also asks, I saw like CYNOSURE is some like giant like Big Brother overlord. CYNOSURE is asking.
What's CYNOSURE?
So,
Oh my God. I didn't. I'm so sorry. Don't keep that in.
no, keep it. Fuck it. What's
I just
CYNOSURE?
never like I
Who's
saw it. I
Nicole?
just never I never pronounced it
I
out
know.
loud.
She
I
told
get it.
me. She told me. I saw it first, and I went, "How the fuck do I pronounce this?" But yeah. Anyway,
No, I
CYNOSURE
like
is the
yes.
magazine, and
Yes.
she's bringing it to actual print, so it's not just like a digital
Oh,
magazine.
incredible.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool idea too. And so they want to know, how do you feel about streaming versus tangibility? I already know your answer, but in a game versus like analog and like digital midis or whatever the fuck, what do you like to work with?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do obviously like yeah, I do lean more analog,
Yeah.
um but it's like it's foolish to be fully analog in a digital world. You're quite limited
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of ways. Streaming for my career has been an amazing thing.
Yeah, you've killed it.
So didn't mean to. I have a song that what had no playlisting, editorial playlisting, which if people don't know, it's someone like it's like Spotify or whatever being like, let me put this on this giant playlist, and then a lot of people are about to hear it, and whatever, which is a goal that you have with songs because not only can you get in front of new ears, but it
Yeah.
translates to tangible money for the little amount that it is. But I had no playlisting with it, and I put it out, and it's been paying my rent for a while, and
That's
it
I'm
just because
so
of
happy to hear that.
it
But
just
I
because of
remember when
like
you played me the demo and I was like, this is a fucking hit.
yeah.
Like, this is a banger. And I play it all the time. Like, I play it on my show all the time. Like,
Oh,
I love that song.
thank you.
No need to reimburse me. It's oh, oh
um
shit. Well,
Charlotte, our friend Charlotte, sang on that song like background vocals. But anyway, so there's in that sense, streaming has been a great thing for me because I'm a small artist, but if it was all physical, it would be really hard to get out and sell CDs or whatever.
yeah.
And get people to listen to my music without intensive touring. But to have all of that, you kind of need a lot of money behind you.
Yeah.
So it's been a nice way for people that don't have money, to people who self-produce and self-write and whatever, do it all themselves and just put it online, and they can find their audience, because I truly believe that no matter what music, there's an audience for it. um
Completely.
and Spotify does help, streaming does help people discover that kind of stuff. But at the same time, yeah, it's a lot of what I loved about music growing up was lost in the process of that.
Yeah. And
Having
now it's more like an extension like the physical vinyl or even a CD or something is more just like, here's a little more visual to the tale.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead of it being it's more like
Yeah.
for the fans and for the friends and all of that.
And it's you know, I love that, and I love having a record and all that, but it's you know, if you want to get in your car or like go on the subway and listen to a song, you're not
Yeah, let
lugging
me
shit
take
around.
my cassette player.
Yeah.
But
But
you do ride that fence very well because it's not like retro music, but it does harken back to an older New York while having like a 21st century point of view. And we're, you know, like you were saying about world building, that's the, you know, the VH world. And I
yeah.
think you ride that fence very, very well.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you. I mean, yeah, it's I do think a lot of my songs have a nostalgic quality to them because of that, maybe because I love a lot of those old recordings, and like my vocal sound, I kind of was kind of just trying to copy Billie Holiday, to be
yeah.
honest. And I don't know, and using analog gear, and when I met you guys and Charlotte, and you guys were around so much of that stuff, I was just like blown away. It was always a dream to be, you know, to have a tape delay, a real tape,
Yeah.
or a tape you know, machine or whatever. So it's really nice to incorporate that, but in a way where my goal was always like almost the lo-fi element of my music, which now lo-fi means something that is not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But I did do that little lo-fi tattoo on.
Lo-fi. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
That's
whatever.
hot.
But um, I kind of like to record things in an old school way and make them sound like they're from the 60s or 50s, whatever.
Yeah.
And then incorporate that somehow and flip it a little bit so it's something new. Like, for
Yeah.
example, a big thing in all my songs is I kind of do like 808 sub thing, which is like a very popular thing in hip hop and rap. And I don't do that because I want it to be more modern so that it has more
Yeah. Just to
or
do it and be
whatever.
like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I always love the marriage of two worlds that shouldn't really be there together. So that's in you know, that's kind of where I've landed with the production stuff. But almost like I sampled an old record and wrote a crooner song on top of it instead of a hip hop song on top of it.
Yeah. And you, oh, hold on, running out of time. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Yeah, and like I said, you ride that fence very well, and it makes it, you know, your own world, which you're an expert at, I would say.
Oh, thank
I
you.
want to wrap it up. I always do this thing at the end of all my interviews. It's called the Proust Questionnaire, which is a parlor game from the 1890s. And you ask the player 10 questions. They're very easy questions, very simple. And you say whatever comes to your mind first. There's no wrong answers.
Okay.
Are you ready to play the game?
I'm scared, but yeah.
I'm shaking in my boots. First question is, what is your favorite word?
Whoa.
What's your least favorite word? Okay, that works. Whoa. What turns you on? That can mean a lot of different things.
Ooh, good music.
Good music. I was gonna say a big fat ass.
That too.
What turns you off?
Bad music. I actually am trying to be better at that because I can be quite fast, like a curmudgeon hater of
Oh yeah.
of emo music from, that was happening when I was growing up, and my friends hate me for it, but I'm trying to accept it all.
Well, don't worry. It's emo music is coming back in full force.
Oh, I know.
This is your chance to redeem yourself.
No, well, no. So that's why I'm just like trying to not let it.
I mean, but it's not for us.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's all right. What sound or noise do you love?
Ooh, sound or noise do I love? Man, this is a really bad answer, but I love my guitar so much. But and also maybe a better answer, this TV that I had from when I was younger, when you turn it on,
it goes
like,
I love that too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I sampled that once, and I didn't use it. I tried using it in a song, but it was like a little too 80s. But maybe one day, look out for it.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, these are hard questions.
No.
Sound or noise do I hate? There's a lot, but oh my God. High-pitched ringing of any kind. I don't know, from different things.
Lo-fi.
Yeah, well, that's the really high. That's the thing. Lo-fi doesn't have those frequencies. When I hear them, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's a bit cringe. What's your favorite curse word?
Probably bitch, because
bitch.
It's an endearing, when you use it in a positive way, it's a really nice word.
Yeah, she's my bitch.
Love you, bitch.
Bitch. I love you, bitch.
Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Does it have to be outside of the arts, or
just other than being a fantastical croonery tremolo guitar slinging, sunglass wearing music bitch? Yeah, that's right.
I always wanted to improve on my drawing abilities, but really, okay, no, sculpting. I wanted to be a sculptor.
Sculpting. I was gonna say, 'cause you're not a bad artist. Like, you hand do all your t-shirts, right?
Yeah, so I do get to do it sometimes, and it's fun. And I also give tattoos to my friends, which I still got it. Well, there's still time.
I'll come. Yeah, there's time.
I'll come
down to Nashville and get a VH tat.
Come on down. But yeah, so it's fun to do that stuff. But I don't. Sometimes I feel like I don't have the patience, or I have too much anxiety to sit down and be like, I'm gonna paint, or I'm gonna do something. But I like the idea of sculpting, of creating something that's in 3D, like very tangible and physical, because I dislike that about music, that it's a visceral thing, and it affects me in so many ways, but it is not something I can physically touch.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so that's a sculptor. I'd be a sculptor.
A sculptor. What profession would you not want to do at all?
Working at McDonald's.
What do you mean? You get all the French fries in the world.
Yeah, and then I would gain a lot of weight, like I did when I worked at McDonald's.
Did you work at a McDonald's?
My only job in my life.
Oh my God. Yeah,
the only job I ever worked in my life was 3 months at a McDonald's when I was 14. $5.25 an hour. I was scared shitless, but I was so excited to be able to work. You know, when you turn 14, you're like, I can work now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make so much money.
I'll be rich at the McDonald's.
Yeah, I think I made just over $1,000, but it was a lot.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I cannot see you working at a McDonald's at all,
I
or
I need to show
anywhere
you.
really.
There's a photo of me, and it's like those awkward years when you're,
You
yeah,
go
14.
wide before you get tall.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a good photo. I'm in the uniform.
Do you have a paper hat on?
Yeah, it's some sort of like red. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Last question is,
Yeah.
if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hmm. Uh, you made some people happy.
Oh, that's very good. Vlad, thank you so much for talking with us. I miss you so much.
I miss you so much, Jack.
So much. I didn't even realize how much I missed you until I saw your face, and you're just trying to give me
Oh,
a kiss. And have a great show tonight. I'm sure the tour is going to be amazing.
thank you.
Where can people find you on the internet if they so
Yeah,
desire?
VladHoliday.com's got all my social links. I'm on Instagram mostly. So check it out there. All the tour dates are posted there. And yeah, and look out for that record at some point soon. And check out the new song, Downtown Baby. Yeah, that's about it.
Hell yeah. All right. I love you, dude. Thank you so
Love
much
you,
for doing
Jack.
this. Have a good show, honey.
Thanks. Talk soon.
Bye.